This is the weekly live for the Patreon members. If you're watching live, be sure to join the Patreon. And you too can be added to the list. We get free, I guess not really free because you pay $11.11 a month, but you get weekly readings along with weekly posts. Also on the Patreon, I just dropped the January forecast by rising sign, and rising sign only. I'm not the sun, moon, or rising type of girl. We get real precise about the houses and what to expect. So that is available for you as well. I'm writing down all the names of the members so I remember to get everybody. Let's see who's next. This week we have a new Patreon member, and it's Samantha. We love Samantha. Big Virgo energy, so that makes 2 Virgos and 1 Virgo rising if you're counting me in the group. And we love to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Enlightened. And I think that's everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I skip you, I'm sorry. DM me and I'll do a personal one for you. But I think we have everyone here. We're going to start off with Aries ascendant. So Capricorn season just started yesterday. We had the winter solstice. Where's my coffee? We had the winter solstice, and it was the longest night of the year. And yeah, we're officially in winter. So it's really important to remember to balance rest and relaxation with your workload, because winter is a season where you're supposed to slow down. All you have to do is look outside and you can see like the trees don't have their leaves on it. Like there's just a general slowdown going on in nature. We have some people who are starving for attention in the chat. So I hope you get what you need out of life. Anyway, Aries ascendant. What does Aries ascendant need to know about Capricorn season? We got the High Priestess. First thing out, your intuition has definitely been on point about the things that you are experiencing. Hi, Style. The things that you've been experiencing lately. It's so important for you to drop into your intuition, to drop into your spiritual practices, and to remember that you are a master manifester. You create your reality with the thoughts you think, the words you speak, and the feelings you choose to entertain. This is also the card of entrepreneurship. So we were talking a little bit about what you're experiencing and how this could be a call for you to dig even deeper into your own creativity, into your own business, into your own endeavors, okay? So we have the confirmation here from these beautiful women, the divine feminine. This is also about magnetizing what you want to you, aka manifesting. So I really need, hi Shaie, I really need you to focus on this law of assumption stuff. Focus on your affirmations, focus on your self-concept. Remind yourself on a daily basis of your power, of your potential, and don't waver in that. If you do find that you're like, oh, I don't feel like I'm good enough, I don't feel like I have enough, immediately correct those thoughts. Because these 2 queens want you to know, like, you are so valuable, you are so worthy, you have so much to share. So work on that right now, okay? And you will see a huge increase in the positive things that are happening for you. Okay, since we have Shaie in the building, we can go to Shaie next. Any of the Patreon members who are here, you can ask specific questions here in the chat and I will get to you now. And if you're not here, I just give you general messages. So Shaie, go ahead, let me know if you have anything in particular that you want to check out. If you are not a Patreon member, I go live every Sunday to provide you readings. I post at least 3 times a week in the Patreon about tarot, astrology, things to work on your mind and your mindset. So if that interests you, come on over. I will be putting the link in this description, but you can find it all over my YouTube channel. You would love a reading about love. You have no one, but you like Steve. Okay. So style, we can do your readings after the Patreon members. There's like 5 people ahead of you. So if you want to hang out for that, that's great. Just send a donation and I got you. Just general, okay. Otherwise, if you don't got it this time, that's fine too. You might hear something in someone else's reading that can resonate. So Shaie would like a general. Let's move on to Shaie, our Libra of the group. Shaie, what does Shaie need to know? All right. So if you've been experiencing any sort of stagnation, or you're like, where are my blessings? What is happening for you? Keep working on it. Your work is absolutely going to pay off, especially as we get into Aquarius season. This is the Aquarius card. So things are changing for you really swiftly and really quickly. So it's your job to look at everything that's coming from a new vantage point and a new perspective. Continue working on the things that you want to see flourish, and then trust that this blessing, this opportunity is coming your way. And it may be disguised as like, it might come at the last minute. Okay, so that's why it's so important for you not to give up hope and to not look to the 3D. Ammane, I got excited. How are you? So don't look to the 3D as evidence that you're getting what you want, okay? So everything around you might be telling you that you don't have the thing. The thing isn't coming. The opportunity is not coming. The money's not coming. But it's like the whole saying, like the night is darkest right before dawn. So if you get to a point where you're like, well, what the F am I going to do? That's when this thing comes in. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Here's the offer. Here's the money. Here's the resources. Here's the fund. Here's your karma. It's all coming to you. So it's kind of in a way testing your perseverance, testing your ability to be patient, testing your trust, testing your intuition, okay? So when you start feeling that doubt creeping in, just reaffirm yourself and be like, no, it's coming. Something wonderful is happening for me. Like something wonderful is happening to me right now, okay? The right people, places, and opportunities always find me. I am always abundant. I am always taken care of. I always have, I always find a way. So the more that you can lean into that, the better. But Aquarius season is looking real abundant, real fast, real responsive to your desires, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind. Yeah, we get a lot of people. I mean, it's interesting because a lot of these religious people like to be in here and to watch. So I don't know, you might be struck by lightning. Get out of here, run, leave, or stay. It's fine. Oh, thank you, Miss Jackie. I got your cards. I got your donation for the cards. Let's see. I'm sorry, girl. I totally missed you asking for that information, but you figured it out. All right, so let's go to Ammane next. I'm like, am I saying it? Do I say Ammane or Ammane? I feel like I mess it up every week. I'm saying it a different way. We got some characters in here for sure. But let's move to which way? Ammane, right? Let's move to Ammane. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I feel like I had it and then all of a sudden I started doubting myself. But if you have a specific question, we can go ahead and pull some cards for you, girl. The baby Cancer of the group. We love a Cancer woman. Cancer men, are a whole different story. The verdict, the verdict is still out on Cancer men, but Cancer women, oh, we love them. Yes. Okay. So a general one, or do you have a specific? After our baby Cancer, we will move to Gemini rising and Ren, then Samantha and Enlightened, and then we will go to Silent Coffee for the donation from that we just got. What about Libra men? Libra men. Libra men are for the streets, but hey, maybe if you have a polyamorous relationship, they could be great. No questions, but for a deeper reading, I do just a general. Okay, just a general. My baby daddy is a Cancer man, so girl, Shawnee's heard me rant about that a few times. Anyway, let's focus on you. What does Ammane need to know, do, or understand with this Capricorn energy, the winter solstice? What's going on with the energy for Ammane? So the first card out is the Three of Pentacles, pointing to new opportunities making their way to you. You are, okay, typically this is about teaching and learning. So people could be reaching out to you for your expertise, or vice versa. You could be invited to learn from some sort of master or a teacher who has a lot to bestow upon you in terms of knowledge and wisdom. And whatever this teaching and learning opportunity is, it's going to bring you a lot of money. So this could be related to school or a job that helps you to pay for school, an internship of sorts, perhaps scholarships. So all of these things are highlighted with the Three of Pentacles. People are coming out of the woodworks to work with you in some way, to provide you with a new opportunity, new relationship, not necessarily romantic, but you know, everything is a relationship, right? How you relate to other people, teacher student is a relationship. You have a relationship with food, you have a relationship with money. So all these things are being, all these types of relationships are being highlighted. Let's see, what else for Ammane? All right. We also have the Page of Cups. Again, new opportunities all around. So this is an opportunity that relates to your emotional fulfillment, things that are really near and dear to your heart. This is something out of the ordinary, maybe something that you weren't necessarily expecting, a direction that maybe you weren't expecting to go. But that does offer you fulfillment. Then we have the Four of Swords, being sure that you are taking time to rest and to heal, not only your physical body, but also your mentality. You've been through a lot, and it's really important for you to honor that and to integrate the lessons that you've learned, the experiences that you've had, to reaffirm to yourself who you are. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. This is really important for you to work on your mental concept, okay? Because when things happen to us physically within relationships, it can start to impact who we think we are and how we show up in the world. And so I really want you to focus on recharging your energy, recharging your goddess battery, and reminding yourself of who you are and what you deserve, okay? And that does take some introspection. It takes some time out. It takes time away from people. Honestly, this is a really important time for you to go inside of yourself and figure, thanks, Alex, and just remind yourself of who you are, what you want, what you deserve, so that you are restoring your energy. Okay. Yeah, you did, for real, for real. Your self-concept, how you feel about yourself, how you think about yourself is an inside job, but it's also impacted by things that happen to us. And sometimes when crazy shit happens to us, we start to blame ourselves. And it's really important that you eradicate those thoughts, right? And instead of pointing fingers or making this about you and your choices, really affirm to yourself. Also, examine your inner child, okay? Because inside of all of us is the younger version. So, reassure that younger version of you that you are safe, that you are loved, that you are worthy, that you are capable, that your dreams, your goals, and aspirations are still attainable. So, it's really a time for you to give yourself all the pep talks that you could possibly need as we move into 2025, so that you're more focused, so that your energy is more restored, and that you are feeling like the goddess that you are, okay? So please be sure to listen to those affirmations. Do the guided meditations as well. If you've been feeling like your self-worth or your motivation is low, then type in on YouTube guided meditations for self-worth, guided meditations for healing. There's so many resources, but they can't help you if you don't use them. So that is your job, to remember who you are and to refill your own gas tank, because we got a big year ahead of us. You have a lot of potential, and we want to hit the ground running when it's time. Okay, so that is for you. I hope it helps you in some way. If Samantha or Enlightened are here, we can do yours next. Otherwise, we're going to go to Gemini rising and Ren. You're welcome so much. These readings are for the Patreon members. If you would like a reading, join the Patreon. It's $11.11 a month. You get free, or you get weekly readings every Sunday, or you can send $11.11 to the Cash App, and I will get your question after the Patreon members. We have like 4 people still in line. We're going to move next to Gemini rising. And that is a username. So this is not for Gemini risings in general. This is username Gemini rising in the Patreon, okay? So what does Gemini rising need to know, do, or understand with this Capricorn energy we just entered? All right. The first thing to be aware of is, yes, some cups spilled. There's been some disappointments this year, and that is probably an understatement. But what we also need to remember is that although these cups are spilled here, we still have 2 cups right there, and we have an entire river in front of us. So we have the opportunity to refill and to restore ourselves. It is so important for us not to remain in victim mentality. Yes, feel your feelings, feel the disappointment, feel the anger, feel the sadness, feel whatever you need to feel surrounding whatever's going on in your life right now. But also remember that everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. And you can restore your own energy. You can take control of your story. You can move in a new direction. You can attract new things. You can attract new people. You can attract new circumstances to you. So it's important to remember that all is not lost. We also have this Knight of Swords, indicating maybe there's been some difficult conversations that have happened in the past. Or on the positive side of things, it could be that there's news coming in for you that is really going to impact your choices and trajectory. So be on the lookout for news, new information, new conversations that are opening up new possibilities for you. What else does Gemini rising need to know? This is also telling you to set better boundaries for yourself. If there are people in your life talking to you crazy, talking to you sideways, stop letting that happen. And yes, I mean, stop letting it happen, because there's so much we can do, right? We can separate ourselves. We can stop the communication. We can set better boundaries. But if someone is talking to you crazy, by all means, stand up for yourself, set your boundaries, keep them out of your energy. What up, Enlightened? You'll be next. Let me know, Enlightened, in the chat if you want a general or a specific question. So be mindful of that. Don't take anybody's shit right now. Okay, Gemini rising. This is, it's really important for you to protect your peace. And if that means separating yourself from someone for a while, please do that. All right. So Capricorn season is this devil card here. And the star card is Aquarius season. So it's important now to remember, again, like I was just saying, you have choices. You are not stuck. These characters, the chain around their neck is loose. Okay. They could release themselves at any point in time by making a new choice, moving in a new direction, saying no, and standing on the no. So this Capricorn season is definitely about reclaiming your power, examining who have I given my power away to, and how can I call that back. I saw a video is really potent, and this is for anyone. If you're recognizing that you've given too much of yourself away, you can say, by divine decree, I call my power back to me. And that is just a really quick way to get your power back, ultimately. So that's that about Capricorn season. But then as we get closer to Aquarius season, with the Aquarius new moon that's coming up on January 27th or 29th, one of those two. I think it's the 29th. The Aquarius new moon is coming. And so this is a really important time for you, Gemini rising, to lay down your intentions and to set some new goals for yourself. I also feel like by the time Aquarius season rolls around, you will be seeing more of your wishes becoming fulfilled because we have the sun as well. This represents more light, more energy, more brightness in your life. Okay. So whatever you're moving through right now, it's only temporary. As we get closer to January, mid-January timeframe, things are looking a whole lot better for you. Thank you, Shaie. I appreciate it. So Enlightened, do you have a specific question, or we are doing a general one for you? Let me go. I don't think you said yet. Okay. After Enlightened will be Ren, then Samantha, and then Style and Coffee. General, okay. All right, Enlightened is one of the two Aquariuses. We love your birthday season's coming up. So in the Patreon, I also just dropped the January 2025 astrology and tarot predictions by rising sign. So check out your rising sign on Patreon. And AK Blaze, this is for the Patreon members. So that's why we're not going through all signs. We're just going through the individuals who are Patreon members. But we do love a Sagittarius. Happy belated birthday. Aqua Gang. So what does Enlightened need to know, do, or understand? Okay, King of Wands is the first out. This is your reminder that you create your reality. Again, one of my favorite mantras is I am a master manifester. I create my reality from the thoughts I think, the words I speak, and the feelings that I feel. And that is the energy of this card, right? No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm just making sure you know I don't hate Sagittarius. So, that's the sort of energy you need to embody, right? Where you are not thrown off by anything that comes your way, anything that's happening, that you're taking your creative, fiery, sacral energy and using it intentionally to magnetize to you the things that you want. that you're using your masculine energy of going after it, but also the feminine energy of magnetism and manifestation. So you see how focused he is, right? Nothing can take his eyes off of whatever the hell he's looking at. And that's the same sort of focus that we need from you when it comes to your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations into 2025. I feel like this year has gotten you a lot clearer on the things that you want and on the things that you don't want. And so locking in and just being laser focused, regardless of what's going on around you, is going to help you make more progress. Yep, the king. Enlightened, that's been me lately. Good. That's exact. Then you're already doing it. And Capricorn rules the 10th house. That's all about career, leadership, your public image, your reputation. So this Capricorn season is definitely lighting up that sort of energy for you as well. Embodying more leadership qualities, even if the person you're leading is yourself, right? Let's see. What else does Enlightened need to know? Okay, we got the Devil card. So Capricorn season, like we were just talking about, is unlocking. Are you an Aquarius rising too? What's your rising sign, Enlightened? There's a lot here, again, about calling your energy back to you. That's the main Cancer. Okay. That's the main energy here, is reminding yourself that you are free. You are free to make new choices. You are free from the past. The past has no constraint, has no power over you. But I also mentioned that Capricorn is the 10th house space, right? You're growing in power. You're growing in your ability to lead. You're growing in your sense of self. You're growing from the lessons from the past. And you've experienced a lot of things that you don't want. So now you're even clearer on the things that you do want. Samantha! Samantha, you could be next. Let me know, Samantha, if you would like a general reading or if you have a specific question. And then we'll move to Ren. Ren will be last today. So, Enlightened, it's important. Career is a highlight for you, and really getting clear on what is it that you want to do. How can you use your gifts to make you money, but also to help you feel more fulfilled, to help you step into your power, to help you get to that next level. So use everything that you've experienced this year to create a new reality. We have a new moon in the sign of Capricorn on I have so much astrology in my brain that I'm like trying to make sure I have it straight. On the 30th, December 30th, we have a new moon, and it's a great time for everyone to do your like New Year's resolutions and set your intentions, perhaps a day or two early, right? With that new moon on December 30th, a new moon in Capricorn. So take the time now until December 30th to get clearer on what you want 2025 to look like. Okay? My shoulder, this is the tree. And this one is a duafe. So that's for you, Enlightened. Next, we'll go to Samantha for a general reading. We love Samantha, y'all. Samantha's dope. She's a Virgo. So maybe I'm just partial because I'm a Virgo rising. But we love Samantha. There's a special project you'll be hearing her voice on coming out soon. And I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Samantha, what does Samantha need to know, do, or understand with the winter solstice and this Capricorn energy? You're welcome, Enlightened. Okay. First card out for you, Samantha. Yes, we love a Virgo. I'm a Taurus sun, so I'm not as cool as the Virgo sun, but hey. Samantha, super happy, bright, optimistic, beautiful, vulnerable, joyful days are ahead for you. This is about basking in the sun, enjoying your rewards for the work that you've been putting in for yourself, and healing things, and also taking life with stride, learning the lessons, doing the work. I feel like you are someone who doesn't skip homework assignments from the universe. And that's really showing. It's like no matter what it is that you're going through, it does seem like you try to find some sort of value in it. And that's really beginning to pay off. Yes, pay off. The 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles. So lots more monetary resources, more physical support, more money, more fulfillment, more of the enjoyment of money, right? Because, you know, there's a lot of rich people who are miserable as hell. But that's not what this is, right? This is you enjoying your circumstances, feeling more at peace. There's also a family here. And I won't say too much about this because I don't want to infuse anything from anything else into there. But this is a happy family. So there's that. Your ability to create more peaceful, more joyful experiences with your family or with your chosen family as well. There's even a little dog here, 2 dogs. What else does Samantha need to know with this Capricorn energy? Money, 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 money. So there's so many blessings coming your way, so much more stability, feeling like you are at a really stable, abundant, opportunistic time in your life. And having that feeling internally, right? So not necessarily depending on your external reality to reflect that back to you, although I'm sure it will. But it's like this inner state of peace that you've been getting to, that is radiating from the inside out. And that's really something we all can learn from, right? Is what feeling do you have internally? Because that is what's going to make your circumstances feel like good or bad. Is your inner knowing, your inner peace, your inner stability. Can you be the eye of the storm? Can you be at peace when the world's going to shit, right? Like, can you still be like, well, the sun is shining, the sky is still blue, there's still a lot of things to be grateful for. And I feel like that is a point that 2024 and perhaps all of your life has led you to, is this ability to find the silver lining, to find joy in the simple things, the small things. And the magic, ultimately, Virgo, this is so you in the 6th house, finding the magic in the mundane, right? Finding the spiritual experience in taking a shower and washing the dishes and folding laundry, right? So that's one thing I love about Virgo energy, is its ability to rejoice in the little things. Yep. Then we have here some new energy, some new projects coming in that will potentially bring even more money. So girl, this is a great time for you, for projects, for creativity, for partnerships, for money and abundance. And I'm just wishing you nothing but the best. Powerful, right? Enlightened? Absolutely, I agree. All right, the last Patreon member is Ren for the free, yeah, for the free readings, or the weekly readings. I keep calling them free. They're not free. You got to pay $11.11 a month to be part of the Patreon, but you do have access to literally everything I've ever posted in Patreon. I post about 3 times a week or more, and you get a reading every Sunday. You could ask specific questions or get general readings. Yeah, it's called Lover Goddess on Patreon. If you're interested, I'll be posting the link here after the live, or you can find it in the community section. You can find it in previous videos. Ren, our woman Aquarius of the group. You're so welcome. What does Ren need to know, do, or understand? Ren. All of them just kind of plopped out. Ren, you're making some big moves. You're committing even more deeply to the people, places, and opportunities that you feel resonate with you. It's like you're getting to the next level of commitment, of connection, of relationship, of intuition, of love. And it can be a little scary, make you feel like, what am I doing? What am I doing? How am I supposed to navigate this? And the way forward is by tempering everything, right? It's by and what does it mean to temper? It means to balance. So if you look at this angel, it has 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. It's got its 2 cups. So it's really finding that balance between body, mind, and spirit, between the heart and the mind. Okay, so anytime you're feeling like tra la la, I don't know what's happening, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, tap into this energy here of restoring your internal balance, which is really similar to what we were saying before about being the eye of the storm, finding that pocket of peace within the external chaos, or maybe it's internal chaos. Maybe it's your mind trying to throw you off, throw you off balance. And so you always have the ability and the opportunity to say, okay, wait a second. I'm noticing anxiety is creeping in. I'm noticing doubt is creeping in. Let me take a few deep breaths. Let me ground myself. Let me balance myself. Let me bring myself back to the present moment. Because a lot of the times when our minds are racing, we're not here. We're not here right now. We're thinking about the past, or we're thinking about the future. So one really easy way to bring yourself back to the present is to look around and find some things that you can notice, right, with each of your senses, some things that you can see. What can you smell? What can you taste? What can you hear? What can you feel or touch with your hands? And that can really bring you back into the present moment, because that is the only thing that's real, y'all. The present is the only thing that exists right now. Yesterday is a memory. The future is still liquid. It doesn't exist yet. Because we also we live in a multiverse, which is a whole different conversation. So every potential reality is in existence. It's just up to you what you're calling to yourself, what experience your higher self is asking for. So bring yourself back to the present moment, because it's the only one that exists. You are also being asked to explore your creativity and the direction, the new opportunities and new places that it may take you. Perhaps you're considering a move or a trip or some sort of adventure in the very near future. That's definitely supported. Take some time like brainstorming and thinking about your intentions around this trip, your intentions around the move. And or if it's not one of those, it's you setting intentions for your next goal, your next pursuit. Okay, so really listen to your intuition about what feels right to you. What should you go left or should you go right? Should you go up? Should you go down? Only you and your higher self have that information. So really tap into your inner knowing and trust yourself. Okay, I think a lot of us can benefit from that message of trusting yourself and knowing that your choices are, they're definitely important, right? Choices are choices are important, but they're portals. They lead you to new opportunities. Your choices, you don't have to look at your choices as like a final thing, right? Um, I think that's where we get scared a little bit to take action, because we're looking at our choices as like, if I make this choice and that's it, but we can always make a new choice. We could always choose to do something different. If we make a choice and we hate it, then we can make a new choice again. We don't have to stay there. So that's something important to remember. And it's small and it might be obvious to some people, but for others, it's like we're so afraid to move because we're like, well, what if I hate it? And it's like, well, if you hate it, girl, make a new choice. Like, you always have the ability to change your mind. And I say that to people all the time. I reserve the right to change my mind. Thank you. So next, we're going to style and coffee. Wyatt, I don't need your subscription. Thanks, though. Let's see. Style and Coffee wanted a reading about love. She sent a donation. So if you're not a Patreon member and you would like a reading, go ahead and send a donation to Boho Healing Co. Style and Coffee says, I'm a Gemini. I would like a reading about love, but I like Steve. He's a ladies' man. I'm lonely sometimes. Okay. So, do you want to know more about Steve, or do you want to know more about love in general, or both? Let's do love in general first, and then if you want to dive into Steve, we can see what's up. So, what is Gemini? Yeah, definitely. We can see you've been thinking about partnership a lot. And it is important for Gemini to have people in their lives, to have relationships in their lives, from friendships to romantic partnerships, both. Geminis are the twins, right? They need their twin. They need someone to sort of bounce their energy off of. So we see that here. What does Style and Coffee need to know about love? Knight of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. So it feels like this is Steve's energy already. Steve is just kind of in it for the thrill. He's in it for the thrill, and definitely trust your gut when it comes to Steve. Like, leave Steve alone. Leave Steve alone, because he's taking advantage of you, and he's taking your resources, your energy, your time, your attention, and all these things are way important, right? Our energy, our time, like time is money. Thank you. So with him, it's a waste, and it is very much just about sex. All right. And then look, as I keep pulling the cards, you're like, leave Steve alone. Leave Steve alone. He is eating up your energy. So please, I know you get lonely, but you got to leave him alone. And I think that is what is going to unlock, it's going to free your energy up to be able to attract someone else into your life. So let's see, now that we got Steve out the way, he definitely has some strong energy. I can see why you may be attracted to him, but he's also like an energy vampire. He's feeding off of your energy and your attention, and he's probably actually gay. A lot of the times, these men who are like super ladies men and like always cheating on people and going from one girl to the next, to the next, to the next, they're like on the DL. They're on the DL. They don't actually like women. They're, trying to win the favor of men, right? So they can impress the men around them. So don't quote me on it, but I would not be surprised if this man was actually a little fruity. So leave him alone. Leave him alone. But now let's get to you and love and what else you need to know. I also think too, who you choose to entertain is constantly sending out a frequency. Is constantly sending out a frequency, right? And it's letting you know, like, okay, this is how much I love myself. This is how much I love myself. This is how much I love myself. And so when you are lowering your standards, when you are entertaining individuals who don't honor you or who don't bring value to you, you're sending the message that you don't love yourself as much as you should. Okay. And while that may not be true, that's the message the universe is receiving. And so it's going to keep giving you people who don't love you either, people who don't respect you either, people who are not good enough for you, because it's just reflecting how you already feel about yourself. So your standards are important. The way you feel about yourself is important. And don't allow loneliness to get you to act out of character or to get you to accept anything less than what you deserve. And that's just a big lesson in general. That's something that I've definitely been learning more and more about the older that I get. And now that I have a daughter too, it's really important to set that example to myself, but also for her. All right. What does Style and Coffee need to know about love? Coming up for her around love. Okie dokie. So it seems like there's an earth sign that wants to make its way to you, maybe a fire sign. The first card out was this Ace of Pentacles. This is you receiving a blessing. Okay, then we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Wands. So we have a lot of these really important ingredients to your divine counterpart coming through. These new beginnings, right? So this is affirming even more that whoever is coming in for you is not currently in your life. You don't know them. It's going to be a new person, maybe someone you meet at work, maybe someone you meet while doing something that you love. And it starts off slowly, which we also love because it gives you time to build a foundation with someone. And I know Geminis like to move fast and maybe don't like to wait or want to rush things. But at this point, it's important to lean into the slower motion, okay? Let it build, let the beat build, because when the beat drops, it's going to feel even better. What else does Style and Coffee need to know about love and connection? Yeah, okay. This card's coming out again. It's time for you to rest your mind, rest your, I guess essentially, stop worrying about it. And I know that's so cliche. I know. But that's what this is about. It's like taking just some time out to really focus on yourself, to prioritize yourself. Ask yourself, what do I even want? What sort of person do I want to entertain? What life am I creating for myself? What space do I have for a partner? And just doing that sort of reflective work just for Capricorn season, okay? Not for forever, just for right now. Like taking that time to go internally, to work on your self-concept, to remind yourself of who you are and what you deserve. And then that's when these beautiful partnerships and connections begin to come in, where they're bringing something of value into your life. And that's also something I want you to ask yourself is like, what does this person bring to me besides intimacy? Okay, because half the population has that member. So just because they got something doesn't make them special. Like all men have that capacity. Like you could have sex with anybody, girl. So what is this bringing to you beyond that? What sort of value is this person bringing into your life? What could you build together? I got all the metaphors. Yep. I was an English major, so. And I feel like that's a word for everybody, right? Like you could have sex with anybody. What else is there to the connection? Then we have the Lovers. Okay, so I would say by your birthday season of 2025, you got some suitors, you got some options, you have these new opportunities coming around to you. You get the fruit of your labor, okay? So do the inner work now. And really, this goes with anyone for any manifestation. The more work that you do on yourself, the easier it is for you to project your desired reality onto your external circumstances. And it's no different for you, Style and Coffee. Do that inner work now. Get clear about what you want. Get clear about what you don't want. Get clear about what your boundaries, expectations, and standards are. And then by the time Gemini season rolls around, you're sitting real pretty with a lot of different options, okay? I love this 10 of Cups for love readings because it is showing a divine partnership. It's showing you being satisfied emotionally and just having a really great time, okay? So I hope that helps you. I'm intending that it does. Hey, it's 11:11 over here. Style says this was awesome. Hey, good. I'm so happy to see you here. It's been a while since I mean, I'm live every Sunday, but I haven't seen you in a while. So it's great to feel your energy, to interact with you, to make fun of Steve with you. Leave Steve alone. He's gay. Just keep telling yourself he's gay. That's why he's not hitting me up. He's gay. That's the only explanation. Hello. He's gay. Oh, man. If there's anyone else who would like a reading, because Israel, these are paid readings, my love. These are for the Patreon members and by donation. So if you would like to send a donation of 1111 to Boho Healing Co., I will definitely get to your question. Otherwise, I'm going to pretend like I don't see it. Oh, man. Oh, what's the point of the cards? So the cards are a way to illuminate your subconscious. So some people look at them as like spirit cards. I don't necessarily read like that. Your subconscious responds to repetition and to images. Okay. So here we have a lot of different images. There's 70, either 72 or 78. I always forget which one. But there are 70 something cards that depict the human experience in different ways, in different categories, in different elements. And as you can tell on each card, there's a lot of symbolism. So from the colors to the images to the scenes that are being depicted to the numbers on the cards, each of these things mean something different. And so our subconscious recognizes these patterns, these symbols, and by pulling the cards, we can illuminate, we can pull up the subconscious to see what's going on beneath the surface with each individual. There's something called the collective unconscious that we're tapping into here. Some people call it the Akashic Records. You can look into quantum physics and see that everything is connected through the Big Bang, right? So we are all one with each other. There's a common thread between all of us. That common thread is the collective unconscious, okay? So through tarot, we are illuminating the things that we are not conscious of and bringing it to the surface so that we can talk about it, analyze it, make a plan about it, address it, and move forward. I miss you too. Ooh, okay. So I'll send you a link to the Patreon. So if you want to join the Patreon, girl, I can send that money back to you through Cash App. I'm pretty sure I can send it back, right? And then I'll send you the link to Patreon and you can just pay for that instead. Okay? And then that will allow you to have weekly readings. We also look into your astrology chart. There's a lot of other information on the Patreon as well. So yeah, I will send you that link and I can send you back your donation so you can use that donation money to the Patreon. Does that sound good? Don't send it. Okay, don't send it back, but send the link. I got you. I can definitely do that for you. I'm happy to have you in the Patreon. Enlightened's in there. Some of the other people who were here earlier, the readings that you listened to, all those individuals are in there as well. So I'm happy to have your energy. I also, on Patreon, I just uploaded the January 2025 astrology forecast by your rising sign. So I don't know if you know what your rising sign is, Style and Coffee, but I'll help you pull your chart and all of that. And you listen only to your rising sign because it is specific to that part of your astrology. Okay. I don't enjoy astrology readings that are like sun, moon, and rising. I like tarot readings like that, but not astrology because astrology is actually quite specific, and your chart is ruled by your rising sign. So I'll help you figure out what that is once you are officially in the Patreon, okay? Um, in just a minute, I'm going to add the link probably to the comments of this video, right? I'm going to add the link to the comments of this video. So come back to this video, Style and Coffee, and you can click on that link, okay? Um, yeah. So I'm going to head out. I'm going to get going. I'm going to do that for you right now. So check in like 5 minutes in the comments or in the description. And I got you. You can also check the comments and the description of the previous video as well if I'm taking too long with this one, okay? But I love you guys. This was fun. Merry Christmas and all of that. If you don't celebrate, then happy winter solstice. And I'll be talking to you soon. You too, Enlightened. Bye.